Hello. It's funny because I remember the exact same thing she was just talking about when I was a little girl. I remember thinking, I can't believe I'm here. Oh my God, I'm really here. Wow, this is so great. I'm just loving everything. And then as you get older, it just fades away. But,
and now it's back?
Yes, sometimes.
It's all right. At least you know what it is.
Yeah.
And now you know where to find it. Mm-hmm. And now it's not chancy or iffy, it's sure.
Mm-hmm. The thing I've been thinking about lately is, and trying to manifest is money, an abundance of money. And to the effect of, I don't want to have to worry about anything except for traveling and doing whatever I want to do, getting out of this job that I absolutely can't stand, this industry, it's just icky.
Well, we can save you a lot of trouble and just tell you that you can't get there from there.
No, I understand that. So I've been changing my
we're not
thought.
sure you do.
Okay.
Because if you really understood that, you would spend no time talking about anything about a job that you can't stand that you've got to get out of. In other words, you would never put words to that. Because that's upstream and that's slowing you. In other words, every moment you spend in a job you don't like, your vibrational escrow becomes brighter and more prolific with the abundance that you are reaching for. Mm-hmm. And every moment you spend talking about that is a moment spent not letting yourself go with the flow.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What I have noticed, I think is pretty funny, is meditating just on imagining myself having this abundance of money and just having this and not having to worry about anything. The funny thing is, little things come to me here and there, but like my sister is getting, decent refund back. Plus she overpaid something. She's getting more money back there. And then my boyfriend is getting a huge lump sum of money from out of nowhere. And it's like, it's manifesting all around me, but not specifically for me.
Well, all of that's for you. It's for you to see how it happens. There are people who are earning all around this world so disproportionate to the action that they are offering that you could not possibly reconcile the wealth that's flowing to them. You just can't reconcile it. There are a majority of people that are accustomed to performing an action and receiving a financial response, performing an action and receiving a financial response. And when your income is tied to an action, the amount that you can receive proportionately is minuscule. When you're trying to make it happen by performing an action, you are limited by the beliefs that you have about time and space. In other words, you will say, I only make this much per hour and there's only this many hours in a day. And then you can work overtime and you can work double time and you can work extra time and you can leverage your time in different ways. But until you leverage through alignment, you really are in the category with millions of other people where not very much is going to happen. Where if you say, okay, I'm willing to play the game differently. I'm willing to accept on faith, maybe a little, that Abraham's right and that all of the struggling that I've done has put a lot of money for me in vibrational escrow. And I'm willing to go on faith that this universe is abundance and that there is an open valve for me through which I can receive abundance. I'm willing to go along with that idea. And I'm willing to play it that way for just a little while, where instead of considering action in relationship to money, I instead consider emotion in relationship to money. How do I feel about money? How do I feel about money? I'm going to leverage through emotion rather than bang it out through action. Now, that doesn't mean stop your action. Go to work. Do whatever you need to do. Let the money come in the little pitiful, mediocre way that it flows into your experience. In other words, you don't want to pinch that off. Let it come. But while it's coming, appreciate it. While it's coming, look forward to it. While it's coming, compliment yourself and compliment the others. In other words, let it be an energy game while you're living the action game, because you can do both. It doesn't have to be one or the other. When you're jealous of people who have money, you've got a habitual pattern upstream. When you're disappointed that you don't have money, you've got a habitual pattern upstream. When you're appreciative of the money you have, even if it isn't very much, you're flowing downstream. People say, give me the money, then I'll feel better. And we say, feel better, and then you'll get the money. They say, no, well, give me the money, and then I'll feel better. And we say, feel better, and then you'll find the money. Feel better. And they say, well, I don't have a reason to feel better. And we say, wanting to feel better is a reason to feel better. Wanting to feel better is a reason to feel better. You've got to train your mind to focus in a way that feels better, and only you can do it. Everybody, or most everybody, is saying, well, this is how I feel, and this is what is. And you, and when they mean you, they're talking to their mate, they're talking to their kids, they're talking to their employer, they're talking to their employees, they're talking to other people in traffic, and they're talking to the government, usually. And you need to do something different so that I can feel different. Employer, you need to give me more money, and you need to give me fewer hours. You need to give me more for less. That's what you need to do, and then I'll feel better. And kids, you need to get your own job. And government, you need to stop spending my money on things I don't want to spend it in, and give me my tax money back so that, and we say, as long as you're asking all of those people over which you have no control, and you know it, you know you can't control your kids, don't you? You know you can't control your government. You've tried. Don't you know it by now? So when you put yourself in a position where your good fortune is dependent upon what somebody does over which you have no control, you're upstream every time. And when you finally get it, that none of them have anything to do with what's coming to you. It's all just about you closing the gap. And closing the gap is about feeling better right now, better right now, better right now. Then you leave here and you say, nothing's more important than that I feel good, but I am where I am. And those two thoughts go very well together. I want to go downstream, but I am where I am, which means I've made peace with where I am. And when you make peace with where you are, can you feel this? I don't have enough money, and I need more money, and I should have done better, and I should have applied myself better, and I shouldn't have spent money on that thing, and I shouldn't have taken that trip, and I shouldn't have spent this money, and now I'm in trouble. That's not making peace with where you are. That's clubbing yourself about the head. And it's upstream. Every bit it is upstream. Whether it's factual or truthful or not, whether you're overdrawn or not, it doesn't matter. It's upstream, and things can't get better. But when I am where I am, and my attitude is, I'm going to make peace with where I am. Now, what does that mean? What does making peace with where I am mean? It means turn and go with the flow. It means let myself have what I deserve. Making peace with it means I'm all right. It means I'm not stupid. It means I didn't make mistakes. It means I embraced life. I went for the gusto. I looked for what I wanted. I lived large. I am adventurous. I am full of life. I do love life. Things are supposed to be good for me. This is supposed to be a fun ride. I'm loving being here. I'm still in the same financial position that I was a few seconds ago, but now I've turned and I've gone with the flow. I made peace with where I am, and in doing so, I turned and went with the flow. By beating up on myself, I did the opposite. So, you can't beat up on your employer either and go with the flow. You can't beat up on your government either and go with the flow. You can't be mad at your kids and go with the flow. In other words, there's 1,000 things all day, every day, and in the same way. Now hear this. Oh, you're going to like this, and whether you do or not, we do. In the same way that it wasn't thinking about cancer that made you sick. It was worrying about this and 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 this in a stream that's moving really, really fast that made you sick. So it's not thinking about money that's going to bring you money. It's being nicer about this. It's being freer about this. It's smiling more about this. It's about loving this one more. It's about letting go of that grudge. It's about forgetting that embarrassing moment. It's about activating the things about you and about others that feel good when you do it. It's about giving yourself a break. It's about patting yourself on the back. It's about loving other people. It's about forgetting the slights that people have given you. It's about understanding them. It's about giving them the benefit of of the doubt. It's about giving them a break. It's about not beating the drum of that. It's about not digging up the past and trying to use it to justify why things are screwed up now. It's about acknowledging that I am where I am and where I am's okay. And everything that I am is as a result of everything that I've lived, and Source adores me right now, so why not me? Why not me adoring me too? Why not me loving me enough to let the abundance flow, the abundance of clarity, the abundance of vitality, the abundance of money, the abundance of friends? Why not me allow that in me? Source is doing it, and Source is just the greater part of me. Why not me? And we say, you can do it, friends. It's the most natural thing in the world. If there is anything that we can leave with you, it is this. We want you to remember how we feel about you so much that you feel that way too. We want you to no longer be afraid of anything because there isn't anything to be afraid of. We want you to sit in a seminar and cough all day long and say, I am where I am. So what? So what? I am where I am. I came. I didn't feel all that good, but I came, and I'm glad I came. We want you to not have enough money to pay your bills and say, I paid what I can pay. I'm doing the best that I can. We want you to let the comparison between who you really are and who you are be the only thing that matters. And we want you to factor out all of those naysayers and all of those who need you to be different so that they can feel better, because you can't be different enough that they can feel better very long.